This is Super Mario Kart. It is by all measures a classic racing game, and perhaps more importantly, it was the title that kicked off the Mario Kart franchise. Before Deluxe, before Double Dash, before 64, there was Super Mario Kart on the Super Nintendo. And despite its status as an absolute classic of the 16-bit era, it hasn't aged well. Though it's no fault of the game's designers, this title was held back by the hardware on which it was released. The Super Nintendo's Mode 7 graphics were able to create a pseudo 3D experience, which looked great on CRTVs and the 4:3 aspect ratios of the 90s. But when we put this nearly 30-year-old game to the test on a modern display, the results are less than ideal. The game looks choppy, and the lines of the track are somewhat difficult to make out, and the obstacles appear out of nowhere. This was all fine back in 1992, but today we have been spoiled by the incredible visuals of the more recent Mario Kart titles, which is why I am so thrilled to share with you guys a brand new way to play Super Mario Kart. Thanks to an incredible fan project, we have the ability to experience Super Mario Kart in a modern context. This is Super Mario Kart running in HD Mode 7. And not only does it make the game look better on modern displays, it really changes the entire feel of the game. And it's all thanks to an experimental new build of the BSNES emulator, which as of last week even added widescreen support. HD Mode 7 redraws the original Mode 7 graphics of the Super Nintendo, increasing the resolution by a factor of 4. The result? It makes Super Mario Kart feel more like a modern game. Suddenly you can see every obstacle in front of you, you can better judge the corners or when you need to power slide. It won't make the other drivers go any easier on you, but if you ever felt like you couldn't enjoy this game on your modern TV because it was too difficult to follow the action on screen, this is the mod for you. But it's more than just gameplay. Seeing Super Mario Kart in HD gives us a new appreciation for all of the original artwork created for this game in the early 90s. You see, modern Mario Kart games pull tracks from a variety of places. A playroom, or a mountain, or a gold mine, and, a baby park. But Super Mario Kart pulls every track from a single game. 1991's Super Mario World for the Super Nintendo. Super Mario Kart is really an extension of the Super Mario World experience. For example, take the Mushroom Cup. You start at Mario's home circuit, which mirrors the Yoshi house you see in Super Mario World. Then you move on to the Donut Plains, which, as you may or may not know, is the first area in Super Mario World as well. Then comes a challenge, Ghost Valley 1, which takes inspiration from the ghost houses you encounter in Super Mario World. Finally, you're on to Bowser's Castle, and just like Super Mario World, these courses come a bit later, and are more difficult, and are filled with lava which you can fall into, which is generally not a good thing. The only place where Super Mario Kart deviates from the story we see in Super Mario World is the 5th track in the cup, which is returned to Mario's circuit with a more demanding layout. Not all cups follow this order exactly, but with HD Mode 7 enabled, you can really appreciate just how much of Super Mario World is inside Super Mario Kart. And thanks to HD Mode 7, this connection between Super Mario World and Super Mario Kart has never been more visible. And to make this all perfectly clear, this is the most fun I've ever had with Super Mario Kart. Perhaps it's because I've been spoiled by modern Mario Kart titles, but now that I've played this classic in HD, I just don't want to go back to the original. HD Mode 7 is a great example of how important emulation has become in the world of games. This was an experience that's only possible in an emulator, and oftentimes when we hear the word emulator, we just think piracy. To most people, emulators are just a way to play games without paying for them. And while that will always be somewhat true, experiences like HD Mode 7 are really only possible thanks to the dedication of unpaid emulator creators. So a huge shout out to the entire SNES emulation community for pushing the boundaries of what's possible. Obviously, I can't sit here and tell you guys to pirate anything, but if you're interested in playing Super Mario Kart in HD Mode 7, or any other Super Nintendo game in this higher resolution, please check out the description below this video with links to downloads as well as tutorial videos to help get you started. Hey everyone, thanks again for watching. Lately I've been showing off these incredible emulators, mods, and fan projects on this channel. So if you know of a fan project that I should feature in a video, tell me about it in the comments below. Once again, my name is NIKMOE, and I will catch all of you in the next video.